Hello, hello, hello. So today we're been going over what is worth getting in the Decade at Sea event. A lot of people have been asking me what's worth getting in this event this year for the 10th anniversary of World of Warships. There's a lot of goodies in here. You have the Kushiro, you have this is fine and death animation super containers. There's a tons of things in here that are worth getting, but I'm gonna help you guys be able to figure out what's best for you. So let's get started. Before we do that, we do need to talk a little bit about the event itself so you guys can get an understanding of how to grind it. So you can take a look right here. It's going to be talking about the point value. So essentially, you have to do this much base XP to be able to get the awards, and this is the awards you get per tier. So for tier 10, you get 125, tier 9, 100, and so on and so forth. And supers, you get 200. So you use those festival tokens to be able to get all the awards that you saw in the armory. Now, one thing that they did this year that they didn't last year, they made it a little bit easier for you guys to get your rewards. So as you saw in the navigator at the very top up here at the top left, you click this and you go to the festival rewards that are right here. This is where you're able to claim your rewards even for ships that you haven't played yet, because they made it this year where essentially, as you can see this right here, if you have this number of ships, you can get plus rewards with that ship, and that accumulates per 1,000 base XP. So essentially, as you can see right here, I only need 264 more base XP until I get 7 more rewards. So it's accumulative. It keeps on adding and adding and adding. And let's say I get 1,000 base XP in a match. It will then have it where I only need 264 for another one. So it keeps adding and adding and adding over and over again. So it's really simple for you to be able to get the awards over and over and over again. And you can play the same ship over and over. You just won't be getting it for that one particular ship. You'll just be getting the number of awards based off of how many ships you have in port. So I have over 700 ships, so I get plus 7 rewards every time this bar gets filled. So really easy to be able to get and easy to understand. You can do this in any game mode. It doesn't matter what it is. As long as you get above a base 1,000, as long as it's additive, it doesn't matter. You can do any game mode, co-op operations, randoms, you name it. Do any mode that way. So in this event itself, you are able to get a wide variety of awards. You have the Kushiro, it's fine, the super containers. Now, a lot of people are going to be wondering if they even have enough to be able to get these particular awards. Now, there's going to be a link in the description for a website where if you log into it, it is going to give you it's called a whale in space. And you use that link that's in my description to be able to see how many points you have. I have up to 48,000 points that I'm going to be able to get from this event myself with how many ships I have. So you can use it as a baseline for what I'm going to be talking about, because I'm going to be using a generalized baseline for those points to be able to give you guys advice on what I think is worth it or not. So for people that have less than 10,000 points, you're not going to get the Kushiro because you don't have enough for that, right? So I would say focus more on super containers for the resources from it, as well as potentially economic bonuses for the blues and the greens. The grays are okay too, but I would say for people that have less than 10,000 points, I would say focus more on the super containers for the resources you get from those, and then the rares and on however you choose in that way. Now, if you're not really interested in the resources so much and you want a commander, now you may think, oh, these are a lot of different legendary commanders. How am I possibly supposed to get all these points from them? Well, these three, the Age, the Resolute, and the Battle Passo, are all available right now for coal. You don't have to spend any points on them. So the Age is right here for 6,000 coal, Resolute is for 6,000, and the Battle Passo is for 2,000 coal. So you don't have to spend any of your festive tokens on these, and none of these are going away anytime soon. So you don't have to worry about that. Now, the Finest Hour, which has the legendary Commoner Hellfish for the Dutch, we have no idea if he's going to be staying after this event. We only know that he's here right now. So I'd highly recommend that you get him now before he possibly goes away. Because the Age is the Pan-Asia legendary commander, Resolute is the Italian legendary commander, and the Battle Passo is the legendary Pan-American commander. So you can get all these later date with Cole, while the finest hour you may not be able to get for a very long time. So I'd highly recommend you get this commander now before he's gone. This collection is a total of 60 pieces. So do the math for that and how much it's going to be. But I'd recommend getting the commander as well. Now, if you have between about 10,000 to 20,000, I would definitely say it's a really tough call with the Kushiro itself. I really enjoy the ship, but if you have a lot of those ships and you already have a good premium Japanese ship that you're able to grind your commanders on, then I wouldn't say get the Kushiro yet. I would say focus more on getting like resources, a commander, stuff like that, right? Now, if you have above 20,000, I would definitely recommend the Kushiro. 100% recommend it. A lot of fun. I've been experimenting with different play styles, building it long range, mid range, high DPM, regular, tanky. I've done a wide variety of tests for this ship to try to figure out a really good build for this one. Let me just find it real quick. So I can show you guys. So the build that I came out with this ship, and is this one right here. So I built it for, I know it's a lot of 1 points. I built this ship to be more of a, like, you focus more on the exhaust smoke because this thing has an exhaust smoke. I know, right? It has an exhaust smoke like the Italians. It's kind of crazy. I built this thing as more of a destroyer support. You go in, and this thing does have 360 turrets all the way around, by the way. All of these turrets are 360. All of them are, which is absolutely crazy. Absolutely insane. The guns are 203s. I think the ship overall is a lot of fun to play. I play it close to my destroyer to give the destroyer the support, and then I use the smoke to back out of a situation. Those torpedoes also are very hard hitting as well. You get 8 per side, and boy, do they pack a wallop. So I would recommend playing a more mid-range, long range when you're kiting away before you're able to go back in with that smoke. That's kind of how I'd recommend to play it. So if you like that kind of play style, I definitely recommend the Kushiro. It's free, it's a lot of fun. Now, if this thing was for money, I wouldn't recommend it, but free is free, guys. And who can pass up a free tier 10 premium ship? Am I right? Like, come on, like, it's free, guys. So who wouldn't pass that up? So if you have above 20,000 points, I'd recommend the Kushiro 100%. After you get that, then you can get the commander if you want. Maybe spend it on some super containers, economic bonus depending upon how much you have. Signals are kind of like, are going to be your last resort on spending. It's going to be your last resort. This is kind of like when you already spent all your points on the blues, the greens, and maybe some on the grays, and you have like nothing left. Then yeah, you can buy some of those and buy some of this as fines. I have 48,000. I definitely plan on building a few of these as fines. This is just hilarious to put on an HE farming ship, kind of like a Thunderer, a Conqueror, something that you're just spewing out HE all the time, making people supper. This is going to be a lot of fun to put on it for sure. It's going to be really memey. But Kushiro, if you have above 20,000 points, I'd highly recommend it for sure. If you have between 10, 15K, probably not. 15, 20K, yeah, it's like still, it's 15, 20K points. You're getting up there to where, like, yeah, I definitely recommend it. And then the 20K and above, 100%. It all comes down to what you're needing in the game. Are you needing resources like coal, premium time, economic bonuses, steel, coal, like any of those resources you can get in super containers, right? It's not really the ships you're looking for. It's kind of the resources, right? Now, are you looking more for the legendary commander? Are you needing more economic bonus to be able to do your grind? So for a person with less than 10,000 points, you're going to be looking more for like the super containers, the economic bonuses. Don't spend your points on the signals. They're definitely not worth it if you're newer. It's better for you to get economic bonuses so you're able to grind up be able to save your credits, being able to grind up easier. Now, for the bonus package X, this pretty much makes your tier 10 like the same. It has the same characteristics of a premium, like a special tier 10, without the service cost reduction. So if you have a tier 10 that you really like to play and you do really well in it, then I would definitely recommend buying the bonus tier 10 package. You can only get one, so it's only 1,500. So I definitely recommend it in that regard. Now, if you don't like playing tier 10s that much and you don't want to do that, then that's perfectly fine. But that's how I'd recommend that one in that regard. So less than 10,000 points. Focus more on what you're needing. Are you needing more like different resources? Are you needing more economic bonuses to grind up? Normally, you're gonna need more economic bonuses, so I would definitely recommend the blues in the greens 100%. The grays you can do as like a last thing, but focus more on the blues and the greens for more of like the higher credit earnings and leveling up your commanders faster and getting more free XP to be able to go through the tech tree lines faster. But if you're above 10,000, it really comes down to if you have a commander farmer for the Japanese. So like say you don't have a premium for the Japanese to farm your commanders on, this would be a really good ship to farm them up and being able to get a lot of commander XP and free XP off of this ship. Since it is a special ship, you are able to transfer your commander over it to free. So you don't have to pay whenever you're switching to it. I'll show you guys the benefits real quick in Poor so you guys can see what it has. So as you can see right here, it has reduced service costs. So it makes it easier for you to run the ship. It doesn't cost as much. You can train on the ship quicker without retraining. So really nice in that regard. And you have the free bonus that you can see right here. That gives you extra ship XP, free XP, commander XP, and credits. So all really nice for someone that's trying to grind up tech trees or just trying to grind anything in World of Warships at all. This ship is also really good in operations as well, and like PvE and PvP. So if you're more of a PvE player, the ship also does really well in those regards. And it's really fun to play as well. Torps do a lot of damage. Guns do a lot of damage. Anti-air isn't the best, but you know, it is what it is. You can't have everything. So overall, I'm really excited for this event. I think this year's rewards are great. Let me know what you guys plan to do with your points and how much you have in total. So I have in total 48,500. Again, the link to the website is going to be in the description. So please open the description and click on that link to be able to see how many points you have. That is the best way for you to be able to tell how to kind of strategize how much you're going to spend. Because once you spend your points, you're not going to be able to get them back. Now, another thing to note, this event lasts until October. It lasts until about October 1st, right? So as you can see right here, it says right here, the event lasts until October 1st. Okay, so during this month, you can still grind and get more ships above tier 5 to be able to earn more festive tokens. So I would highly recommend that while you're playing this month, work really hard on getting more tier 5s and above to be able to earn more festive tokens, to be able to earn more things from the event in the armory. So those are some recommendations that I have. Let me know how many points you guys have yourselves and what you plan on spending them on in the armory. But thank you all for watching. If you guys have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comments down below. Oh, one more thing that I know that a lot of people are having questions of, and I want to address this at the very end. The 10th anniversary Grand Voyage reward right here, this right here. This reward comes in on the 5th and 6th of September when it's active on all the servers. So whatever rewards you are getting overall, right? The rewards like the for how long you've been playing the game, that reward will be coming in on the 5th or 6th of September, depending upon what server you're on. I'm expecting it to be like the 5th for NA and EU, and for Asia the 6th, depending upon like, you know, the time zones, of course. But That is what they told us. So hopefully that information helps you guys so you guys don't freak out as much. But again, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Make sure to leave a like, a comment. Make sure to subscribe if you found this information useful. Tomorrow on the 5th, I will be putting out another video talking about what ships are worth overall in the army overall, because I just wanted to cover this one on the one. So I'll be going at it tomorrow. So I will talk to you guys later and see you guys on my stream, because I'll be streaming at twitch.tv/overlordbo. So you guys will be seeing me live today. You also get your special drops as well. So special drops for, the new patch. So let's go. All right. Talk to you guys later. All right. Bye. Deuces.